Why is it that the worst always seems to come true? The worst thoughts, fears, and experiences that you can imagine seem to come true in your relationship life. Why does it always seem to happen? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. Just going for another walk today, and wanted to talk to you about this experience that sometimes people have. I know I definitely had this back with my big ex, and that's that your worst fears, intuitions, experiences, etc. Just seem to pop into reality. Why is that? You know, like I went through this breakup with my big ex, and somehow I just had this hunch, this like gut feeling that like, okay, yeah, she left me for someone else. She left me for someone else. And I knew who it was. I knew it was this one guy. And then lo and behold, she did leave me for someone else. And lo and behold, it was that one guy. They got into a relationship together, and it just sort of played out that way. Now, why did that happen? Is it because I'm so dialed into her and what's going on, and I'm so clever and I'm so smart? I don't know, maybe. Probably not. Or is it something else? And what it is, really, is that, what I can say now anyway, after witnessing a lot of other people go through situations like this and helping people for so many years, is that we all have different sorts of deeply embedded ways of being that we carry around with us. You know, one example is like Murphy's Law. You know, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And people that generally believe that, a lot of things seem to go wrong for them, right? Or people have this belief that, you know, relationships are hard, or, you know, women always cheat, or men always cheat, or something like that. Is it true? Of course not. There's lots of men and women out there that don't cheat. There's lots of men and women out there that just want to have a great, amazing relationship. But why is it that may seem to be your experience? And the truth is that you have this deeply embedded, ingrained operating system going on beneath the surface that shows up. And it's basically creating your experience of reality. We can go into how it's doing that a little bit later, maybe in a different video, but it's basically creating your experience of reality. It's basically the software that is creating and generating the experiences around you. And so when you have this belief and you focus your attention on it, this belief that your ex has left you for someone else, and you know who it is, it's that one guy that she's been spending too much time with, or it's that one woman that he's been following on Instagram lately, or whatever. When you start putting your attention on it, that's when you start putting your energy on it. When you start putting your energy and attention and emotion into it, that feeling of betrayal, that feeling of hurt, that feeling of your stomach just getting flipped upside down when you find out that they're in a relationship with someone else, that feeling of getting punched in the gut, that's when you start to put your attention, your energy, and your emotion into it. And that's when that deeply embedded operating system kicks in and says, okay, how can we start to make this come true? How can we start to make Murphy's Law come true for you? Everything that can't go wrong will go wrong. How can we start to make this scarcity belief come true? You know, we all want what we can't have. How can we start to make this belief that your parents instilled in you somehow when you were a kid come true? You know, I'm not worthy of love. People always leave me in the end. Men are nothing but dogs. That's when it starts to kick in, and that's when it starts to create that experience and bring it into reality in your life. So we want to be really careful about what our underlying belief structure is. We want to be really careful about this, and we want to bring attention to it and awareness to it so that we can start to intentionally choose things that are productive for us and helpful for us. That's why I've been saying in recent videos that this whole process of getting back together with your ex isn't so much about your ex. It's actually about looking at yourself, looking at how you feel incomplete or not whole in your own life, and starting to bring more wholeness to yourself and starting to bring more completeness to yourself, and then have that be reflected back to you in the world, rather than these limiting beliefs, these limiting operating systems that you might be living your life by. We want to spend a lot of time getting real about what our fears are, what our anxieties are, what our limitations are, what our unconscious belief structures are, and bring them into consciousness so that we can say, hey, is this something I want to hold on to? Does it serve me to believe that, you know, women are this way or men are that way or whatever it might be? Chances are it probably doesn't. You know, you meet these people that that got divorced 10, 20 years ago, and they're still bitter about it. They still hate their ex. They might hate all men or all women. They might hate all relationships. And obviously these people aren't over it. They're still operating from this wound from the past. And they probably have lots and lots of experience to tell you, yeah, men are all trash. You know, women are all this way or that way. Obviously that's not true, because you're watching this and, you know, you're probably a man or a woman or whatever, and you're probably a decent person. I like to think of myself as a decent person. So why is it these people keep experiencing the fact that all men are terrible, all women are terrible, and all this sort of stuff? It's because that's what their inner operating system is reflecting back to them, because that's what they're choosing to believe about life. And so what we want to do is we want to look deeper, and we want to say, okay, what is it I actually believe? Is there anything unresourceful that I do believe? And if so, can I let go of that? And what do I want to believe in its place? What would be more helpful for me to believe? That is where real change starts to happen. That's where real meaningful change starts to happen. Not sure if it's published yet, but it probably will be. But I'm going to be putting together a little something on how we can start to work on our limiting beliefs and get through them, and to actually have better relationships by working on these deep operating systems. If that's something that you want some help with, I'll go ahead and put a link to that where you can sign up for it right below in the description box. But anyway, thanks so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you in the next video.